I don't understand why famous people fear irrelevancy. Realistically, if you have made enough, I think being irrelevant normal would be fine. I mean, I don't feel that way, but I do think that when you're going through it and you are working towards a goal, part of, like, especially coming from a YouTube angle, part of keeping up with YouTube, if you want to succeed, right? I was fortunate enough where I got to extend my career longer than most YouTubers. Not everybody has that opportunity. So when you do have that opportunity, you got to take advantage of it. You don't have to, but it's a huge opportunity. I think people like Toast has gone through it, right? When he started doing Among Us, he capitalized on his Among Us videos. So he was very aware he needs to milk this thing, even if he hated doing it. And there's nothing wrong with that. And there is a fear that it's going to run out at some point, right? And it did. And now he's doing other content, and he's probably coming to terms with it, and he'll probably find his stride again. But there is a reason why people fear it, because you have all this success, and the way that the society treats you is like a king. And the moment you start losing that crown, people will start to treat you as if, like, oh my god, you're not relevant, I don't care. But that's not really the case, right? Those people wouldn't have cared regardless. They're just into the next trending topic. And that's, to me, that's kind of the point. People are just into trends. I guess if your success is built on relevancy, I could see how losing that could be really scary. Yeah, definitely. And that's how everything is these days. So 100% I can understand why people are afraid of losing that. That's like their careers to them. But for some people, they find that relevancy and then it's gone. Other people have to learn how to find that relevancy and then keep it going. That's a career to me. That's not just a hot strike. The fear of becoming relevant might be an extension of fear of loss itself. No one really wants to lose things. That's true. That is true too. Are you scared of irrelevancy? No, not at all. I used to be. I used to be. Back when I was doing YouTube, like, not even recent YouTube. I want to say, like, what year is it? Like 6 years ago? 7 years ago? Actually, 8 years ago. There was a long time, guys, during my early 20s. You have to keep in mind, I was doing this since 16. There's a long time there, like 21, 22, 23, when that became my identity, because that was my job. I dropped out of college for this. So 100%, I was scared to lose that relevancy. After about 24, maybe 25, I thought it was going to be over already. And I was like game planning, maybe I go back to college. Like, what else could I do? Because nobody stayed relevant for that long. So it was kind of an anomaly, and I was just waiting for it to end. And unfortunately, it didn't, right? The only time it really did end is when I chose to stop posting during COVID. We could have kept going. I didn't want to. And I think to me, that was the best way to go out on my own terms versus like, oh, I can't do it, no one's watching. So does that mean you're done with YouTube? Not necessarily. I mean, I still, like I said, there's been some days where I came really close to just like starting to film again. And then I like would think of ideas, write some ideas down, and I just didn't like it. So I'm not saying I wouldn't, because it just, if a good idea hits that I want to do, that I'm willing to put that much effort into, then I'll do it. I'm just not going to force it.